Hi, and welcome to my tutorial of the Children's Literature Comprehensive Database, otherwise known as the CLCD. This is a really valuable tool for all educators because it allows us to really find that high quality literature in a really easy and accessible way. So I'd love to show you all about this database in case you don't already know about it. So the first thing that you can do is this is the advanced search page. So this is the first thing that comes up when you access this database. So what you can do is you can use the search tool as a simple quick search. So just like you would use Google. So if I was looking for a specific title, I could type in this title into the search bar. So if I was looking for Last Stop on Market Street. You can see I've searched for this title before. I would just click search. That's all I do. And you see that the book I'm looking for came up right away. So this is a great tool to use if I'm looking for a specific title that maybe someone told me about, or I'm trying to write a lesson plan for and I need some more information about it. Maybe I want to know what awards it has won, what subjects are covered in that book. Maybe I haven't read it before. Maybe I want to see if it's going to be appropriate for my students. So what you can do is you click on this title and it takes you to its page. So there are a lot of really great tools and resources on this page for you. So as you can see, there's the title with the author and the publisher, all the information you would need to cite this title. To the right is some really great tools for you. So the first link is check the library's catalog. So what this link does is that if your database is linked to your university library, your school library, you can click this link and it will take you to their website and tell you immediately if this title is available for you to borrow, which is a really great feature because it takes out that extra step you have to take to see if you have access to this title. So that's one of my favorite features is that it's linked directly to your library already. Another thing is the copy persistent link. You can copy this link to share with another educator or a friend. You can add it to your reading list. This is one of my favorite features. You just simply click on this reading list if you want to save this title. So I'm going to click on it. And I can either choose from an existing list I already have, or I can make a new list. So I'm going to make a new list because I'm going to start researching a new topic today that I've been wanting to find more titles for, and that is a unit we do in first grade called City and Town Life. So I'm making a new list to add this title to because I want to find more books about this. So I'm going to press save. And this book is already saved for me, so I can access it later on. So I'll show you that later on in this tutorial. Another thing you can do is print this page. You can go straight to the WorldCat record, and you can also go straight to the Library of Congress record display. So like I said, lots of really great tools right here. You can also go to any retailer that is selling this book. So you can go straight to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, any of these retailers that you can get the book from. So it really takes out that middleman. Here you see there's a really brief annotation of the title, so you can get a feel for what it's about. Another thing that I love is the subjects. So if I was looking at this book and I wanted to find more books about city and town life, I could simply click on this subject and it would take me straight to that, and we'll do that later on. But it tells me some of the topics that this book covers and is about, which is really valuable. Another thing is you can see all of the honors and awards that this book has won, which as you can see, it is very celebrated. So this is a really good resource because we really want to make sure that the books we are choosing are that high quality and are appropriate and the best of the best. And then it goes on to reviews. So these are legitimate articles and reviewers who are experts in their field rather than just blogs and Amazon reviews, which are valuable as well. These are really, really great reviews of the book that give you a really good image of what the story is about and what issues it tackles. And then one of my favorite features is this bottom part, books like this. So if I read this story to my class and they responded really well to it and really loved it, I could go to this feature and find some other titles that are similar to this story, which is a really, really great thing for busy teachers who may not have time to do a whole nother search and find more books. This kind of helps us know they liked this, so this is what we should read next, which is always that struggle as a teacher. So that's another thing that is really valuable. So if we scroll back up to the top, so as I said, I want to now search for more books that can go with my thematic unit of city and town life in first grade. So I'm going to go back to the search page. So I'm going to click up here. And now I'm back to my advanced search. So as you see, there are a lot of options that I can use to help me narrow down my search. So I'm going to start by just seeing what's out there. So I have city and town life again. And this time I'm going to go into these qualifiers right here. We have all of our normal library database qualifiers, so exact words, word variants, all that good stuff. I'm going to leave that one alone for now. I can also choose if I want to do all of the words or any of the words. I'm going to stick with all of the words for right now. This next one, search specific field, is really important because it lets me decide what I want to search. So I don't want titles with these words in them because that'll really narrow my search. I want subject headings. So I want books that have this as their subject, and that's very specific. As you can see, there are a lot of options for you here. You can choose an award, so you could search the Coretta Scott King Award. You could search specific reviewers that you wanted to look at books they have reviewed. There are so many options for you. Like I said, I'm going to search subject headings. So I'm going to select that. And then this is one of my favorite ones, special search qualifiers. So I can click children and young adult only because I don't want books that are for professionals. I'm looking for titles that are for my students, not for myself. So this is a really good feature. And then this one right here is really important for educators because this is an easy way to make sure we are looking at high quality literature and not have to sift through a whole lot of books. So this is a really good option because I'm going to select books that have won awards and honors only. This is a really good tool. Then there's the books with author illustrator links only. I'm going to leave that one alone for right now. So I've done all of these qualifiers up here, and so I could just go and search just like that. I don't even need to touch all of this down here. So we're going to try that. So as you can see, I found 160 books just with those qualifiers. That's a lot, and that's a really good list. I'm finding a lot of really good books that some of them I've read before, some of them I haven't seen before, but I'm also seeing some books that look a little more mature for my students. Some of them look like they would be better suited for middle school. So what I'm going to do is I can either refine my search criteria over here on the left, or I can go back to the search page I was on before. I'm going to choose and just refine my search over here. So what I can do is I can click reader and genre, and here are all those options: reader's age, the grade, category, the publication date, the genre. You have so many options right here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the reader's age down a little bit to maybe age 10. And that really allows me to, it narrows in my search results a lot. I can also choose a grade level, but I'm going to just stick with the reader's age for now. I can also go to author and publisher, and within these results, I could search for a specific author or series that I know of. I can also click reading metrics. This is a really good one for educators because if I was looking for books that my students were able to read themselves, I could narrow it down by Lexile level, interest level, reading level, and point range. So a good one for you to use when doing read alouds is interest level. So I'm just going to take the interest level down to about 5th grade at least, because I don't want to narrow it too much because that might limit my results. So now I'm going to just press search one more time. Now my number of books has gone down to 64, which is a much more manageable amount of results because I'm not going to use every single book in here that I find. And if 64 was too much for my time that I was spending, I could narrow it down even further with these search criteria. So as I'm looking for more books, all these little symbols mean different things. So it pops up for you what they mean. The trophy means it has awards, there's reviews, there's lots of different things that they all mean. And they're really helpful just at a glance to be able to see what books have what. So I see this one and it's really appealing to me, The Curious Garden. So I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to read the annotation and I'm looking through all of the information and see it highlights the subject that it matched that in my search, which is really helpful. So I think this could be a good book to read in this unit for my class because I read through the reviews, I read the annotation, so I'm going to add it to my reading list. Choose from existing list, city and town life. So now that I've shown you how to search, I'm going to show you how to access your reading list and other great things. So if you go up to My CLCD, you can look at your search history, any saved searches you've had, and then your reading list. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my reading list so I can look at these books I've found for my unit. So you can see I have other reading lists of things I've been working on. So I'm going to click on City and Town Life. So right here now I have both of those books that I found in one place. So I can download this list, I can email it to a team member, I can print it. There are really a lot of options for you, and it just puts all of your resources in one spot, which is always really, really great. Now I want to show you a few other resources on the CLCD website other than the search. So as I said, all of these resources are available, your account settings, everything like that. There's also a CLCD forum that you can click on, and there are topics about everything to do with books and literacy in the classroom and so many other great things, especially for librarians. This is a really great resource because there are things about book talks and authors and all sorts of things that you can search through and see what other people are saying, what other questions people have. So this is always a really great tool. It brings that community aspect into this database, which I really like. This resources tab is a really, really great thing. So you can go up to resources and click thematic reading list. This is a great tool. So the CLCD every month and for the past couple years has released new book lists of interest. And these are all of them compiled in one spot. So if you were looking for books for the month of January and you wanted to look at some of these thematic book lists, the CLCD has provided a lot of them, which is great because I know in the younger grades, we really focus on those thematic units. So learning about presidents, there's Valentine's Day, Chinese New Year, there's so many options. So if we wanted to go and it was the month of February and I wanted to find some more high quality books about presidents, I could simply click this list and it's going to take me to a list of books that the CLCD recommends that they found and also the reviews for them. And these might be books that I've never heard of otherwise. So it really compiles a lot of really great resources all in one spot. So I'm going to go back to the page we were on before. So the options are really limitless. There's pirates, Easter, multicultural, World War II. There's so many options for teachers to use and librarians. So if we go back up to resources, there's other really great things. There's author features, featured articles, the FAQs are right here, and your help. If you wanted to know a little bit more about the CLCD, you could go to their About Us and see all about what they do. And then there's this great thing here, What's New. So you could click on that and see all the new things that are going on with the CLCD, new books, new book lists, anything like that. Another thing that I really want to just encourage you to do is to subscribe to the CLCD newsletter, just because it's a really easy way to get great high quality literature information in your inbox without having to do anything at all. That's my favorite way to get information, just because then even on those weeks whenever you're not thinking about it, not having time, you're still getting that gentle reminder of, hey, here are some really great new books that you could use with your kiddos. So I love that option. So that is all that you need to know, really. There are lots of different resources that you can use on this website. It's really great for things other than searching, but also just if you only use it for that simple, quick search tool, just to double check that the resources you're using are really good stuff and to find new books for your students. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope it was helpful for you. And I really encourage you to just go and check out this database for yourself and explore and experiment with it. Thank you.